Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are you listening?
Ricky J. Sports.
Hey, what is going on, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome back to another season of our Fantasy League. Oh, yes, that's right, and I can never forget last season, Season 3. It was the MMA God that did an unbelievable job at the end, taking the title away from Saeed and myself and Ruckus36. It was awesome, and Aiden Boyce as well. And we are back for Season 4. If you guys are new to this, what we are doing is we predict the main event and co-main events of particular UFC fights that I will get to shortly. But how it works is, for the main event and co-main event, what you guys need to do is in the comment section below for the particular event, you are going to tell me who's going to win in the main event, what round, and how is it going to end, and also for the co-main event. If you can predict the winner, you get 40 points. If you can predict the correct round, you get 10 points. If you can predict how it ends, you also get 10 points. If there's a tie break at the end of the season, it goes by how many fight wins, then it goes by how the fight ends, and then by the round. All right, people? And here is the schedule just for you guys. We are going with a particular schedule because I found in previous seasons for the young, not the young, but for the cards that weren't that popular, it just wasn't as fun to predict. So what I did was I selected key events that we are going to follow, and right away, you could see on the screen right there, it's October 8th, UFC 204, Bisping versus Henderson. Then October 15th, UFC Fight Night 97, and I'm excited for this fight, Lamas versus Penn. November 5th, 2016, it's UFC Fight Night 98, Ferguson versus Dos Anjos. November 12th, UFC 205 in New York City, and I hear it's Conor McGregor versus the Bellator champ, man, and the current lightweight champ, Eddie Alvarez. And then to the finale is November 27th, UFC Fight Night 101, Rockhold versus Jacare. So let's get right into the first event, which is October 8th, UFC 204, Bisping versus Henderson 2. And in my opinion, I always like to give my prediction via video. Let me know if you want me to do it using the UFC game or just through pictures. In this video, we're using just pictures. So in my opinion, in the last fight, Bisping got KO'd way back in, I think it was at UFC 100. And now he's back to fight the old dog Henderson, who claims that he's going to retire after this fight. And what about if he wins, man? Then he will, I guess, relinquish the belt, and then they will have another fight. But anyhow, I think in this fight, Bisping is flying high. He's doing a lot of extra training, and I think Henderson still has that overhand right, and Bisping knows it's coming because he felt his power way back when. But I think Bisping, at this point in his career, he's a tank, man. If you can survive against Anderson Silva, granted Anderson was a little old, man, he was going through his issues going into that fight, but he survived, and Bisping won, controversial decision. And then to take out Rockhold, someone could say it's a fluke, but this guy's on top of his game, and I know he's 36 years old, but Henderson is in his mid-40s. I think it's going to go to Bisping. I don't see this fight going to a decision. I just think that the cardio that Bisping has, it's going to do him good later on in the fight, and I say that it's going to be a 4th round stoppage for Michael Bisping. I think he's going to pour it on Henderson, and Henderson's eventually just going to gas out and fold, and Bisping is going to stop him in the 4th round. Let me know in the comment section below. And in the co-main event, it's the old dog Vitor Belfort, and all I have to say, it's Vitor Belfort versus Gegard Mousasi, and all I have to say is TRT Vitor was the best fighter in the light heavyweight division, but now due to all of the health restrictions and all the testings, Vitor, it's kind of like, remember that show Teen Wolf? It's kind of like Vitor is fighting everybody, not as the Wolf anymore, but as Michael J. Fox. So he's not the same fighter, and he is older. And it seems like guys that are off kind of the juice, they can't take a punch anymore. I'm not saying Jose Aldo was on the sauce. Maybe he was, but he was down and out. And even Johnny Hendricks, I'm not saying those guys were on the sauce, but guaranteed Vitor Belfort was on the sauce, and he just can't seem to take a punch as much as he used to anymore. That Jacare fight was terrible. And in my opinion, I like Vitor, and I will be cheering for him, but I just have to go with Gegard Mousasi. I think Mousasi is going to really put it on him. He is the younger fighter. He is very dynamic, and he just has everything going for him. And with Vitor, he's a great first-round fighter. After the first round, it's kind of game over. So in my opinion, I think Mousasi is going to win. It's a tough call. It could go first round or second round. I'm going to say that Gegard Mousasi is going to win by second round submission. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Second round submission going to Gegard Mousasi. And again, I'm going for Vitor, but I have to put the money on Gegard, second round submission. All right, people, let me know in the comment section below who's going to win in the Bisping-Henderson fight, as well as the Mousasi-Vitor fight. And remember to state how the fight's going to end and which round. All right, people, we are underway. Season 4, MMA God is the champion, and he is putting his title on the line. Is he going to repeat this season, or are we going to have a new champion? Remember, if you do win after the season, I do send you a nice prize pack. All right, people, this is Ricky J, baby, from Ricky J Sports.
And you are awesome.